The reason for any animal being part of the Big Five is due to its difficulty and aggressiveness while being hunted. These are thus the most dangerous animals to hunt. The Big Five include the buffalo, Cape buffalo specifically, the lion, the rhino, the elephant, and finally the leopard. Although leopards look quite similar to jaguars and cheetahs because of their common coloration and the spots on their fur, these large cats vary considerably in size, geographic range, behavior, and even patterns on their spots. Leopards occur mainly in parts of Africa and Asia, from sub-Saharan Africa to parts of Eurasia. Cheetahs, on the other hand, live in a much more limited range in Africa and Iran, and jaguars can only be found in Central and Southern America. Their closest cousin is the lion, and leopards have been mixed bred with lions in captivity, although in the wild they'll be quite aggressive to other big cats. There's also been attempts to mix breed leopards with other big cats, but that has resulted in genetic issues like dwarfism, and when tigers are involved, it only resulted in stillborn. Our second animal is the African buffalo, also known as the Cape buffalo. These buffalo are not related to the slightly larger Asian water buffalo. The Cape buffalo is the largest of the subspecies found in southern and eastern Africa. The African buffalo made its way into the Big Five ranking because of their size, moody behavior, and their ability to charge with no warning. Cape buffalo is highly regarded as the most dangerous animal to hunt on foot. Today the species face no danger of extinction, but in the 1890s a rinderpest virus had reached the South African buffalo populations after being introduced to Africa in Somalia by the Italians, killing 5.2 million cattle south of the Zambezi River. The pandemic was so bad, a third of the Ethiopian people were lost and 2/3 of the Maasai people were wiped out in Tanzania. Thankfully, rinderpest virus has been eradicated in Africa, the buffalo has been saved, the communities have returned to normalcy, and the tragedy had been contained. Buffalo have both male and female hierarchies. All females will share babysitting duties, and buffalo are also very group orientated. They will take care of their wounded and disabled within the herd. And one last fact about the buffalo is that they can drink up to 35 liters of water at a time in a matter of minutes. Coming up next is the rhino, the second largest member of the Big Five. 3 of the 5 surviving rhino species are endangered. These include the black rhino, the Java rhino, and the Sumatran rhino. They're not only endangered, they're critically endangered. This means that there is less than 50% chance that these species would survive into the next century. Each year in September, people who want to help save the rhino from extinction can do so by participating in World Rhino Day. What is World Rhino Day? World Rhino Day is an awareness program for all 5 species of rhinos, spreading awareness of the work being done to save them. If you'd like to donate to support conservation efforts, I would recommend supporting the Lajuma Research Center because they conduct research in the Soutpansberg region, which is a biome that is regarded as a World Heritage location because it has produced rainforest in an otherwise dry location, creating a rather interesting ecosystem. Another good candidate to invest in conservation is the Dakari Bush School. They focus on education by allowing kids to volunteer on their orphanage on site. Lions are one of Africa's most recognizable animals, and for good reason. More than any other animal in the African wilderness, lions signify courage, strength, and power. Spending up to 20 hours a day sleeping or resting, lions are the laziest of the big cats. They can be found laying on their backs with their feet up or taking a snooze in the shade. Lions are the most sociable of all the big cats. Some lion prides can be as large as 40 members. The largest lion pride that I'm aware of is called the Mapocho Lion Coalition. They were the dominant male coalition of the Sabi Sand in the Kruger National Park, and it is believed that they killed more than 100 lions from the neighboring prides during their rule. With the competition eliminated, they successfully controlled 8 prides between them. Because of their sheer power and ability to take over territory from neighboring prides, they dominate an area approximately 7,000 hectares big, that's 170,000 acres. The primary role of the males is to protect the pride from danger from other predators, as well as protect the territory of the pride from other lions, while the primary role of females is to raise the cubs and hunt for the pride. Lionesses are the primary hunters because they are smaller and more agile than the males, and they seem to be better at cooperating with each other as a group. As well as being part of the Big Five, white lions are also part of the Impossible Five, which I'll make a video on at a later stage. Today, the only country outside of Africa that has wild lions is India. If you want to see lions in the wild, it's best to visit Eastern or Southern Africa. The historic range of lions used to include Europe and the Middle East, but even in Africa, lions these days are under threat, and their numbers have fallen by 40% in the last 30 years. As a traveler, you can do your part by traveling to national parks and game reserves that put resources towards protecting Africa's lions. As the largest animal on land, it's not hard to be mesmerized and amazed by elephants. There are actually a few species of elephants, but they fall in two main classifications. Generally speaking, it's either an African elephant or an Asian elephant. Asian elephants include the Indian, Borneo and Sri Lankan elephants. African elephants include the African bush elephant and smaller African forest elephant. One of the more surprising facts about elephants is that they do have fingers. Don't picture a hand, it's nothing like primates. These fingers, or rather so-called fingers, are hidden within their trunk, and they have a similar purpose to what we would use our fingers for. Asian elephants only have one finger, while African elephants have two. Elephants use their trunks to communicate and be affectionate with one another too. Elephants will go to greeting members of a herd and stroke them with their trunks. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, share it with your friends.